Welcome to Crochet. My name is Karen. I'm the host of Crochet. If you are new here to my channel, I want to thank you for clicking on to watch my video. Or welcome back to my returning viewers and subscribers. Here at the K Studio, I like to share with you all my knowledge about crochet, yarn, what's going on in my local yarn stores, and crochet alongs, sharing patterns with you all and the creators of those patterns and makes that I have crocheted, tutorials and all things crochet, and market shop updates and recaps. So today I want to share a little bit of what's going on with my custom made plushies. It was a two order. One is up on my shelf. I forgot to bring it down. But what I want to discuss first is I've had a little dilemma, and I don't know if any one of you crocheters ran into the same issue. So the first thing I want to share with you guys, I've crocheted one of these before, and it's at the shop at my market as we speak. But I went ahead to crochet another one. So this is the head. I crocheted the body. I crocheted the back legs and the front legs. And I continued crocheting the tail until I lost yarn chicken. This is what I've been using, the Big Twist Baby Bear yarn, and the color of this yarn is brown sugar. So I really didn't want to go anywhere to pick up more yarn, and I didn't have anything that resembled this color, and I didn't think it would have been proper to add any color to this for this customer. And so I got ready, loaded up the truck, and I went to my local Michael's where I bought said yarn. And they've been having a like middle gondola of all the Big Twist yarns that they had abundance of like over a week or two ago. I did a video showing that, and even the homes where they now had put this, they made a home for Baby Bear along with the Posh Chic, Posh, and all the other Big Twist yarns. And at that time, the whole wall was full of the yarn. So when I went in yesterday, yesterday was, oh no, it wasn't yesterday. Oh yeah, okay, I'm sorry. So I went in yesterday, which was Sunday. Today is Monday as I'm filming. I drove about 20 minutes in my pickup truck. And when I approached that gondola, I noticed that there was other Big Twist and other yarns around there, and some Posh Chic, Posh yarn in the Big Twist, but no Baby Bear. And I noticed one of the workers was cleaning off an end cap and changing prices and stuff. And I knew she was busy. Well, let me backtrack. Before I approached her, excuse me, still getting over the cough, I went to the said home and where the baby bear resided. It was like two lower shelves towards the bottom. And most of that yarn was gone. It was pretty bare. They had the Posh Chic, or Posh, Big Twist. And then they had the Loops and Thread chenille yarn next to it and Bernat Baby. I did not videotape this because I was in a hurry to get the yarn, pay for it, and come back home. I noticed the lady with the vest, Michael's vest, and she was cleaning the end cap. And I approached her. I said, I know you're really busy, but it's urgent that I get this yarn to complete a custom order. Could you help me? Maybe have some in the back. So she stopped what she was doing and she walked over, and she knew exactly where the brown sugar baby bear, Big Twist baby bear was located. And she scanned it with her tablet or her cell phone or whatever. And she looked at it and she goes, oh, yeah, we're out of it. Yeah, we don't have any in the back. And I'm like, oh, so when should I expect, or when can I come back to pick it up? When is it coming back in? And she looked again and she's like, yeah, it's not coming back. I'm like, what? You guys just set this wall and include the baby bear yarn in January. I made a big video of it in my previous videos. Excuse me, let me take a little sip. She's like, yeah, we're not getting any more in. And she looked at other stores and she's like, well, according to my tablet, none of the stores are showing on here now. That could be incorrect. Well, I wasn't about to waste more gas. And we all know gas prices are extraordinarily high. And I was thinking, oh, and she was like, well, you can, and she goes, we have no control over corporate and what they decide happens. Well, I was thinking, well, you know, she works in the yarn area. You know, she should have some insight. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional over this. It's brand new yarn. They advertised it. New Joann's Big Twist yarn coming here to Michael's. Yeah, and they're still advertising the yarn in their ads for Michael. So I don't know if they are going to maybe reintroduce it in a different label, or I don't know. I don't know. But I was so upset, and I'm thinking to myself, well, I left the store. And I mean, I didn't buy anything else. There was nothing to compare to this color or the size. And I almost decided to drive all the way to my shop to pick up the other Firefox or Eevee Pokemon plushie that I made. And I said, no, because that's another half-hour drive one way. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go home and go online and see if I can order it through other yarn companies. So I went on Michael's online and I clicked on it. They still had it on their website. And it was $9.99, buy one get one half off. And I'm like, oh, I can do that. So when I went to at the checkout, it was almost $10 fees, and to expect it by the 3rd or 5th of April. And I thought, okay, well, let me go ahead and order, because I only have one each of baby bear colors. I'll go ahead and order one more, so I'll have 2. So if I make any more with this baby bear yarn, I won't run into this problem. So I went and I was going to purchase said yarn, and before I paid, I noticed that these yarns were at the store I just left and some other stores, but there was no brown sugar. It said out of stock. Oh my God. So I was desperate and went on all the other yarn companies to see if they carry it, because I know they carried it before. Nope. So if you all plan on using this yarn that you have in your stash or on your wall, just be forewarned, there is no more. Not what I saw in my experience. So what I'm going to have to do is use this for smaller makes, like little critters, something that fits in the palm of my hand. So yeah, I made all these pieces and couldn't finish. That took me a whole day almost, you know, stopping, going, you know, having a bite to eat, continue crocheting. So I lost yarn chicken. I even thought, oh, if I added like maybe white to the feet and more white to the tail, and maybe I might have enough to finish the tail and maybe finish the ears. And the ears are very long. So I sit and pondered, and I looked on my shelf, well, what other color that I could use that's close to it, and do I have 2 skeins of the same yarn? And I looked, and the only thing that I had that had 2 skeins of that yarn is the Bernat blanket. Now this is the terracotta color. I got this at Joann's when they were closing out. I didn't check to see if they had any of this at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Walmart, but I had 2 of these, and the first one didn't have a band, so, but it was a full skein. I got it at Joann's, and they priced it at $11.99, and they said at the time before they closed, they said half off of the sticker price. So that was $6.50. So I had 2 of these, so that was $13. So I was able to make the head and the body, and all 4 of the feet. Did I say the tail? The tail. And the ears. And this is what I had left. And each skein of this Bernat yarn has 220 yards. I must have used over 300 yards. I think I used maybe, because I used the yarn on the outside, not the inside, because it's really hard to pull it from the inside. And the label is a little bit slippy. So maybe a quarter of the yarn that I used to finish. So maybe about, I don't know, 300 yards to make Evie. So yeah, I'll be able to finish this, and once I do, I will make another video and show you that and the other one, the fish. But I just want to get on here. So I'm like, I cannot believe this. And I don't know how many of you are all experiencing this. I mean, they just, January, and they're hyping up all these yarns to come and find out that they're no longer going to be carrying it. And you know, as a small business owner that rely on a steady supply of yarn in different weights and colors and stuff, had I known that, and I did, I had like 2 other skeins that I made that other Evie. I mean, yeah. And that, I don't know. It really ticks me off. I'm so upset. I don't know. There was nothing. I looked at even Posh Chic. Maybe they had the brown sugar color in that yarn. They don't. Not even close. And by that time, I'm like, I'm not going to be ordering extra yarn and then being charged. You have to pay, like, to order online through even Michael's or all the other companies. You have to pay to get free shipping. You have to pay $50 to $75 to $100, and that I was not expecting to do this weekend. So yeah, I wasted my gas. Well, I didn't waste my gas. You know, it was a learning curve. If you're gonna buy yarn, make sure it's been around for a while, and buy multiple skeins at one time. Make sure it's the same, you know, dye lot as well, so it matches, because I ran into that as well. Bought 2 different dye lots 2 different times. So have a plan for that. Even if you don't have a plan for it, buy up the yarns that you think you're going to use. You know, all the earth tone colors, animal colors. There's a fly around here. I've been battling this fly all morning. But yeah, note to self, when buying yarn, make sure that this yarn is going to keep hopefully coming in with no disruption, and buy enough of it. Stock up on it. As you can tell on my wall, I have, especially these bigger ones, now I have the 2 yellow, and there's like a 2 blue, and half of that is Posh Chic yarn. So I made a note and what colors are those that I'm going to go back to Michael's. Hopefully they still have them in stock, and or use loops and threads yarn, because it's been a while. And also I do get the adorable Baby Bee yarn from Hobby Lobby. It's a good yarn as well. I tend to not use Bernat yarn because making plushies, even if they're small, they come out twice the size, because this is a 6 super bulky, whereas the Big Twist is just bulky 6. So there's a bulky 6, super bulky 6, and then you get up to 7. So what other point was I going to make? Just looking at my notes here. Yeah, not available. So, yeah, that's what I have left in this. And I tend to not use Bernat because it makes your plushies more expensive. But this here is $240, and I still ran out. And then these are 200. Where is it? 220. So, yeah, that had more than the Bernat, and it was $9.99 regular price. And then these now at Michael's is $14.99 a skein, unless you get it on sale. Like when I went to Michael's yesterday, they had signed 50% off. I'm like, ooh, 50% off, until I looked at the bottom finer print and it says buy one get one 50% off. So that's basically 25% off, which is okay. And I had a 30% off coupon to, that I had for emergencies like this, and I couldn't even use it. So yeah, I have a bunch of, right here, a bunch of Bernat blanket, and half of it I do have multiple skeins of it, double skeins of it. So I just wanted to get on here to share that little fiasco trip that emergency trip, urgency trip. I just felt, I came home and I was talking to my daughter and I said, you know, I feel like I'm in a twilight zone. And she goes, why? And I told her, and she goes, no, what? They just got that yarn in. I'm like, yeah, in January. Or was it February? Like less than 2 months. It's so disheartening, you know? These companies, I don't know if they realize that we depend on yarn, especially if it's good yarn. It's good yarn, you know? And that's another point I was going to make. Because this is a bulky 6, and this is a bulky, super bulky 6. Look at the difference. This one's gonna be huge. And the body, look at the body. You know, and I quoted a price and I gotta stick with it. So something like this, I would charge way more than this size, because you have more to stuff. So you're using more polyfill than you would the smaller one. So I'm going to frog this and reuse it for a smaller amigurumi. And also, because this, and this is another tip that I want to share with you, if you don't know already, All these patterns are for acrylic. I deal in chenille, which is fine. Yeah. They say most of these are 6.5 inches, where mine come out 12 inches. Well, this is going to probably be 14, 18 inches. Oh, dear Lord. So, I don't know. I do have acrylics. They're all up on my shelf up here, above my craft closet, which I finally went through and purged. And it relieves stress and anxiety. I don't know if you guys go through that, you know, if you have your crafts, and I always feel like anxious, like I should do something with my paints or my drawing, or, and I'm not into that right now. my total attention is crocheting, because I really enjoy crocheting. And I do macrame, so I kept the macrame. Anything that's fiber related, I do some sewing as well. But yeah, it's already 28 minutes and I've been blabbing long enough. I'm gonna have to make another video to update you on some other things, but I'm gonna get back to finishing this, and when I do, I'll get back on here and I will share with you both those orders from my my friend, my customer, my friend. And I'll catch you on another video. I hope all you out there are doing well. I'm like 95% back to health. My coughing has reduced a lot. I hope all you are well. Stay safe, stay healthy, take your vitamins, drink your water, and keep crocheting, as I will be doing the same. I love you guys. You guys take care. Bye for now.